Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again. Today I'm coming to talk about the coronavirus, and I'm going to be very brief. Now, the coronavirus is a chemical and biological warfare department made up virus. It is a virus that they are using to justify their initiation and being able to aggressively initiate martial law and come into low-income neighborhoods, right, to take out certain people for black market organ harvesting. I'm going to black market organ harvesting shortly. Now, the coronavirus. The coronavirus is something that attacks the nucleus in the cells. You have to understand that the nucleus is what sends the signals to the brain. Now, anytime something is constructed to be able to control the nucleus, it's constructed to control the brain. It is a form of population control, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. Now, being that they are controlling the cells, they are controlling the environmental state of the people. Now, what is martial law? Martial law is something that they use to come into neighborhoods to shut down certain things. Now, they've already started shutting down hospitals in certain states. They started to shut down employment areas in certain states. Now, mark my word, they're going to start shutting down the projects in low-income areas. They're going to move in using their own military, America's own military, who's hired not by America, but by private corporations across seas, right, to carry out and control the citizens of America. Now, we have to understand that the citizens of America are only corporate ward of the state. They are state property, meaning that they can do whatever they want to with them. Now, we have FEMA camps in West Virginia. We have FEMA camps in Washington, D.C. We have FEMA camps. And to those who don't know what FEMA camps is what they use when they let out certain viruses to attack the people. These FEMA camps is what they use to take these people there, and these people come up missing. Now, this is where the black market organ harvest they come into play. Now, they act like they're coming to save you by shutting down your projects in your neighborhood and take you into these FEMA camps. But when they take you into these FEMA camps, you come up missing. Or they start to clone certain people who they put back out into the neighborhood, and they start acting funny. They talk to themselves, they messed up, and they use the justification to say that this person drunk something, or something was in his drink, or they did a bad drug. See, all these bad drugs coming into black communities, y'all have to understand that this is all a part of the play for them to initiate martial law and to come in and take us down because we are weak. Once they start to control the mind through the foods, see, the foods is a biochemical warfare structure. It's a biological warfare structure. And what they do is genetically modifying the food. Again, the nucleus is weak, is oppressed. And by genetically modifying, when you process chemicals in the food and you process certain things like viruses and it attacks the nucleus, you have to understand that it's processed with messages. So messages is attacking your cells by telling your cells to say certain things to your brain. And now you are not yourself. You are not yourself. Now we can go back to Hurricane Katrina, right? And all these children, when FEMA came in, right, to help these people, most of these parents never got their children back. To this day, they are still missing. Why? Because black market organ harvesting is a big thing in the market today. Black people's organs is worth $353 a gram. Look it up. It's called melanin. Type it in. Melanin, $353 a gram. That's more than platinum, palladium, silver, gold, and etc. Any chemical compound is worth more than that. If you don't believe me, look it up yourself. Melanin, M-E-L-A-N-I-N. Now, you all think that this race thing is physical. It's not. This is a spiritual war. It goes beyond that. The moon that just occurred, the new moon that just occurred, brought in new energies. And they know this. And so therefore, they moved ahead of time to send in certain viruses or certain spirits to attack certain people and their immune systems. And you have to understand, too, I don't want to go into the science of the blood, but the white blood cells is very important when it comes to certain cultures. Because certain cultures, white blood cells, don't carry out that carbon that the sun can give the energy to be able to attack certain spirits and demons and viruses. When I say certain demons and spirits, don't get scary. This is not spooky. This is a certain type of energy field, right, that is let out into the community and controlling the people. It's alive. It's consciousness that live around us in the form of viruses, in the form of energy, in the form of people. People walking around today that's not even their self. So now you're going to start seeing communities, black communities in particular, being shut down by the government because of this so-called coronavirus that was man-made inside of a chemical and biological warfare department at Fort Detrick, Maryland. Look it up. There's a biological warfare on their own citizens. And you all go out and vote for presidents. You all go out and vote for legislation and laws that has nothing to do with you. It's all a trick, it's a game, it's an event to keep you asleep in a circus. And you clowns go out there and you participate, and what you do is you feed the demon and keep it alive. Democrats and Republicans get the same paycheck from the same paymaster. They pay from the same person. They carry out the same agenda. They just do it in different ways. If one don't get their job done in this term, they'll get it done in the next term. It's all to sway the people, man. FEMA is not here to help you. FEMA is a private government. They have their own government in West Virginia, underground. They have their own president. They have their own codes, their statutes and codes, their laws. They vote. They have people there that we don't even know about in these mountains in West Virginia. I spoke about this years ago. There's whole cities under West Virginia. Look it up. Type it in. FEMA camps in West Virginia. FEMA camps in Virginia, in D.C., in New York, in Atlanta, especially Atlanta. When you go into Atlanta to, to Midtown, right? Or when you go into certain parts of Bankhead, under these train tracks, you have private cities. And this is where they have FEMA camps, and they establish their own laboratories to start experimenting on the homeless people who they come out at nighttime and get in white vans that don't have no windows on them. When you see white vans at night and you out at 3 a.m., you better run. Get your ass on. Because these white vans that don't have windows, these are FEMA vans. And they kidnapping homeless people. And they taking them to these camps that's underground in these certain cities and states. Right? And they're giving them viruses and putting them back on the streets. And you walking past them every day. And now you get sick. Clones. Biological Warfare Department, Fort Detrick. Y'all better wake up. This coronavirus is just a mask for something else to come into play so that they can shut down whole cities, shut down whole projects, and scoop you up and take you to a FEMA camp. You'll never come back out. And if you do come back out, it'll be something that look like you. Or if it is you, you'll be chipped. And I ain't saying this to make you scared. Because overall, with everything, you got to stand. You got to take that stand. It's time for you to control your mind. Being in this matrix, it's a game that you got to play. And the game is to master your mind. Overcome everything that's placed in front of you. Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.